While you're watching your 10th YouTube video on how to start a business, someone with half your intelligence is already 3 months into building one, making mistakes, learning, adjusting, and pulling ahead. Every day you spend getting ready is a day someone less qualified than you takes the seat that was supposed to be yours. The market doesn't reward the most prepared person. It rewards the person who showed up and started when it was still uncomfortable. Stop consuming. Start executing. That's the entire game. Everyone quits one day before the breakthrough. Here's something nobody tells you. Success doesn't arrive on a schedule. It's not linear. It's not gradual. It's flat, 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 then a cliff. Most people quit during the flat part because they mistake no visible progress for no progress at all. They think if the results aren't showing after 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, it means the plan is broken. If it's not, it means the compounding hasn't kicked in yet. Compounding is silent before it's loud. Think about it like boiling water. At 99 degrees, nothing looks different from 50 degrees. It just looks like water. Then one more degree, and it transforms completely. That 1 degree is where 90% of people give up because they can't see it coming. The brutal truth is this. The people who make it aren't more talented. They just didn't quit during the flat part. They kept showing up when it looked like nothing was happening, when their friends were questioning them, when their own brain was screaming to stop. If you've been grinding for months with nothing to show for it, that's not proof you should quit. That might be proof you're 1 degree away. The only guaranteed way to fail is to stop right before the shift happens. Success is a volume game, not a talent game. Talent is overrated, and the sooner you accept that, the faster you'll win. Nobody becomes great by getting it right the first time. They become great by getting it wrong hundreds of times faster than everyone else. If you make 100 sales calls and I make 10, I don't care how naturally gifted you are, I will out-earn you because I failed 10 times more, learned 10 times more, and adjusted 10 times more. The people who look like naturals simply did more reps in private before you saw them in public. Nobody posts their 200 failed attempts, they post the one that worked. So you sit there comparing your behind the scenes to their highlight reel and conclude you're not cut out for it. You are. You just haven't put in enough volume yet. Most people try something twice, fail twice, and decide this isn't for me. 2 attempts is not a sample size, it's barely a warm-up. If you want results faster than everyone else, don't look for a shortcut. Increase your volume. Send more messages, make more offers, post more content, ask more people, take more swings. The math is simple. More attempts equal more data. More data equals faster improvement. Faster improvement equals results. Nobody can explain except you, because you know it wasn't magic. It was volume. Comfort is the price you pay for a mediocre life. Nobody warns you about this one. Comfort is not free. It costs you everything you could have become. Every time you choose the easier option, sleeping in instead of training, scrolling instead of building, staying quiet instead of asking, you're not saving energy. You're spending your future. The version of you that could have had financial freedom, respect, health, and options is quietly dying every single time you choose comfort over growth. And the worst part is comfort doesn't feel like loss. It feels like relief. That's what makes it so dangerous. It disguises itself as self-care while it's actually self-sabotage. Discomfort, on the other hand, is honest. It tells you exactly where your weakness is. The gym is uncomfortable because your body is weak there. The sales call is uncomfortable because your confidence is weak there. The early mornings are uncomfortable because your discipline is weak there. Discomfort is a map pointing directly at what needs to change. People spend their whole lives avoiding the map instead of following it. If you want the life 99% of people say they want, you have to be willing to do what 99% of people refuse to do. Sit in discomfort on purpose, every single day, until it stops being discomfort and starts being your new standard. Saying no is more valuable than saying yes. Everybody wants more opportunities. Nobody talks about how opportunities are actually the thing killing their progress. You are one distracted, unfocused, say yes to everything decision away from mediocrity, permanently. Every time you agree to something that doesn't move you toward your one real goal, you are stealing time, energy, and focus from the thing that would have actually changed your life. Successful people are not the ones with the most opportunities. They're the ones who ruthlessly eliminated 99 opportunities to fully commit to the one that mattered. Meanwhile, everyone else is chasing every shiny object, starting 5 projects at once, half committed to all of them, fully committed to none, and wondering why nothing ever takes off. Focus isn't glamorous, it's boring. It looks like doing the same unsexy task every day for a year while everyone around you is chasing the next trend. But boring, focused repetition compounds. Scattered excitement doesn't. If you want to build something real, you need the discipline to say no to good opportunities so you have the capacity to say yes to the one great one. Every yes has a hidden cost. It's every other yes you can no longer give. Protect your focus like your future depends on it. Because it does. Become so valuable, they can't ignore you. Stop asking how to get noticed. Start asking how to become undeniable. Most people spend their energy on marketing themselves before they've built anything worth marketing. They want the attention before they've earned the result. Flip it. If you become genuinely ridiculously good at solving one specific problem for one specific group of people, you will never have to chase opportunity again. Opportunity will chase you. Value isn't created by asking for more money, more followers, or more recognition. It's created by stacking skills nobody else is willing to stack, by solving problems nobody else is willing to solve, by showing up with more effort than anyone else in the room is willing to give. The market is brutally fair in one way. It eventually pays you exactly what you're worth to it. So if you're not getting paid what you want, the real question isn't, how do I ask for more? It's how do I become worth more? Skill stacking is the closest thing to a cheat code that exists. 1 valuable skill makes you good. 2 makes you rare. 3 makes you nearly impossible to replace. Stop competing for attention. Start building something so good that attention becomes irrelevant. What if everything you've been told about success is the exact reason you haven't achieved it yet? What if the advice to just believe in yourself has quietly kept you broke, comfortable, and stuck for years? Sit with that for a second. Because I'm not here to make you feel good. I'm here to make you rich in the ways that actually matter. And that starts with the truth, not motivation. You don't have an information problem. You have an execution problem. You already know what to do. You knew it last year. You knew it 6 months ago. And you're still exactly where you were. Because knowing was never the hard part. Doing was. Every course you bought and didn't finish. Every book you read and didn't apply. Every plan you made and didn't start. That's not preparation. That's a very expensive way to avoid starting. The people who are winning right now aren't smarter than you. They just stopped waiting to feel ready and started while it was still terrifying. And here's what almost nobody tells you. Right before the breakthrough, it looks like nothing is working. Flat, flat, flat. No result, no sign, no proof. That's exactly where 90% of people quit. 1 degree before the water boils. They mistake silence for failure. But compounding doesn't announce itself. It builds quietly and then it hits all at once. If you've been grinding with nothing to show for it, that's not your signal to stop. That might be the exact moment you're 1 push away from everything changing. Talent is a myth people use to excuse their lack of volume. You don't need to be gifted. You need to be relentless. 10 failed attempts beat 2 good ideas every single time because failure isn't the opposite of success. It's the tuition you pay for it. The people who look naturally talented simply failed more times than you were willing to watch. Stop comparing your first attempt to someone else's 500th. And comfort. Comfort is the most expensive thing you will ever own because it costs you the entire life you could have built. Every time you choose easy over uncomfortable, you're not resting. You're quietly giving away your future to protect your present. Discomfort isn't your enemy. It's a map. It's pointing directly at the exact skill, the exact fear, the exact habit standing between you and the life you say you want. You don't need more opportunities. You need the discipline to say no to almost everything so you can say yes to the one thing that actually matters. Scattered effort feels productive and produces nothing. Focused, boring, repeated effort feels like nothing and produces everything. Stop chasing every shiny door. Pick one. Close the rest. Walk through it like your life depends on it, because it does. And stop begging to be noticed. Become impossible to ignore. Stack one skill on another until you are so valuable that opportunity has no choice but to find you. The market is brutally honest. It will eventually pay you exactly what you're worth to it. So the real question was never how do I get more? It was always how do I become more? Everything you need to change your life is already available to you. Right now, in this moment, the only thing missing is the decision to actually use it. Success was never hiding behind a secret. It was hiding behind the action you kept postponing. You don't need permission. You don't need perfect timing. And you don't need to feel ready. You just need to start. Fail fast, get up faster, focus on one thing, and refuse to quit 1 degree before the breakthrough. The life you want is on the other side of the discomfort you've been avoiding. Go build it, starting today, not someday. What if the reason you're still stuck isn't luck, isn't talent, and isn't the economy? It's that you quit exactly 1 day before everything was about to change. Right now, somewhere, someone with less skill than you, less money than you, and less advantage than you is about to pass you, not because they're better, but because they simply didn't stop. You already know what you need to do. You've known it for months. The plan isn't the problem. Your excuses are. Every day you wait to feel ready is a day someone less qualified takes the opportunity that had your name on it. Success isn't hiding in one more course or one more sign. It's hiding on the other side of the action you've been avoiding. The next 60 seconds could be the moment you finally stop waiting. So don't look away, because what I'm about to tell you next is the exact reason 95% of people never make it and why you're about to become the 5% who does.